Welcome back. So, couple of painful lessons maybe, difficult lessons to work through. Again, email me if you get stuck and you need some advice. And I'm happy to work with you one-on-one if that's something that will work for you. So, my last blog, funnily enough, was written 6 years later. Now, I had done a lot of work. I had gone through this stuff, and an interesting thing happened to me one day, and I always love when stuff like this happens, in that I went to Barnes & Noble, which is my favorite store ever. I love books, I love bookstores, I love to read, all of that stuff. I'm kind of a nerd that way. And as is my usual habit, I was just looking to see the book is over there on my bookshelf. I'll pick up a book and I'll open it and I'll read like the first page to decide if it's something that I'm really interested in buying. And I picked up Life Visioning by Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. And I read the first sentence and it wasn't that remarkable, and my brain said put it down, but my hand wouldn't. I physically could not put this book down, and so I was like, well, clearly I need to buy it. And one of the things that he talks about in Life Visioning is forgiveness. So the title of this blog, written in January of 2012, is Forgiveness, Third Time's the Charm. Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith said in his book, Life Visioning, that when you talk about creating the life you desire, you must start with forgiveness. He said this isn't about making nice through the use of syrupy words or high consciousness language, nor is it about denial or bypass of our pain, be it disappointment, betrayal, or whatever else. Rather, it is about being honest about our emotions while realizing that there are times when human beings, including ourselves, act out of ignorance. Forgiveness doesn't make it okay. It just makes it so that you're able to release yourself from the power the event or the person holds over you. You are simply accepting that it happened and you're letting it go. As part of an exercise in forgiveness, he advises you to picture the person whom you need to forgive in your mind and repeat, I forgive you, until you actually feel it. I'll tell you what, I must have repeated the words 50 times, but eventually my mind and my body bought into it, and I began to feel lighter. It was like a weight had been on my chest had suddenly lifted. I didn't really know the weight was there, but I noticed when it was gone. The truth is, however, I know I'm not done. I know that there may be a day when the old pain comes creeping back in. And I know for sure that there's no way on earth I will ever be good buddies with this person again. But for now, I'm no longer in her power. It reminds me of the movie Labyrinth, starring David Bowie and a very young Jennifer Connelly. The movie is about the journey a young girl goes on a quest through a magical labyrinth to save her little brother from the evil Goblin King. She's transported from her real life into this fairy tale world that is based on her favorite book. The Goblin King is handsome and clever, and the girl is at first intrigued by him. Soon she realizes that he's the one who's holding her brother and has blocked her way through the labyrinth while she's been traveling to find him. At the end of the story, she confronts the Goblin King and wants her child back, her brother back, And he tells her no, that he's given her everything he can, but he can't give her the baby. And so she recites the words that she learned from the book. And she says, "Give me the child. Through dangers untold and hardships unnumbered, I have fought my way here to the castle beyond the Goblin City, to take back the child that you have stolen. For my will is as strong as yours, and my kingdom is as great, and you have no power over me." As soon as she utters the words, "You have no power over me," the fairy tale world falls away, and she lands back at home in her bedroom. She still has a ways to go, but once she realizes she has her power, she's able to get her brother back. Saying the words and believing them has made the fairy tale world in which I was a helpless victim fall away, and I'm back at home. That's the thing. I always love an example that I saw in The Big Bang Theory. I love that show, where if you watched it ever, there's, Will Wheaton and Sheldon have a continual battle back and forth. And I always love the point where he walks up to Sheldon and he taps him on the forehead and he goes, "I'm living rent-free in there." And that's what really happens, is we allow these people to live rent-free in our head. And they don't need to. And as soon as you recognize that A, it's your choice to forgive or to not forgive, totally your choice. But in choosing to forgive, that person and that event, whatever happened, no longer holds power over you. The fairy tale world falls away and you get to connect back with reality and what's here now. And what's here now is so much more beautiful than anything in your past. So take a deep breath. You've had a couple of lessons now where you've written why you don't need to forgive the other person and why you don't need to forgive yourself. Now it's time to think about why you should. You've wallowed in it long enough. Get your pros and cons out. What are the advantages to you of letting go of the pain? How will it help you? How will it serve you? How will it enable you to move forward if you just let go of it? It's up to you. It's your choice. You can stay in the fairy tale land and the fantasy land and have goblins and witches and evil goblin kings around every corner. Or you can choose to let it go. I hope you've enjoyed this video series, and I hope that you've learned something. And if you need help moving on, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm always happy to have a conversation and help you through. Thank you so much for participating in this video series, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.